Hello, my name is Andrew Hugie, and welcome to this video on my final RPA bot. I'm shooting for the 96 to 100% on this final bot, and yeah, just walk you through what it does. So one of my least favorite things about being a student is at the beginning of each semester, it's collecting the information on what books you need. And I'm not totally in love with how my BYU sets it up. And so I created a bot that goes there. It logs into your BYU account after you put in the information, and then it scrapes all the data from your book list, puts it into an Excel file, and then it tells you how many books you have to purchase, and also emails you that Excel file. It sends you an email. So you have it in one spot. You don't have to go to the BYU website, and it just is a little easier. You have all the ISBN numbers and everything like that. And I think if we get something in our email, at least I'm personally more prone to pin it and save it for later and have it at the forefront of my mind instead of having to go through BYU's website to find out which books I need. So let's just walk through it. So we can see here in these first two input boxes, we have the user comes and inputs their net ID as well as their password, and this password is it's identified as a password, so it'll show up with just circles, so we keep all the privacy restraints going, which is nice. After that, the bot will go and it will retrieve your book list. And this is where I have like my try catch, where BYU has made it really difficult with the Duo authentication that I'm going to try to log in. As you can see here, it's going to go navigate to byu.edu, or MyMap, sorry, and then it's going to enter in the information that was received from the text input boxes. It'll sign in, and so if this doesn't work, if we get an exception, we're going to have, there's a timeout window of about 15-30 seconds where you can manually authenticate with the Duo push, and then it will keep running. Or if it takes too long and you don't do it quick enough, then the workflow will just stop, and then you'll have to go and authenticate the device for your login through BYU. So after it does that, that's my try catch and how that kind of works. So once we receive the book list, once it's been scraped from the web, we ask the user to input a new Excel file name, what they want it to be called, and then we input that data table that we pulled out from what we scraped, and we put it into that new Excel document. In this, I have my my loop and an if statement, because I wanted to count how many books were in the data table, and not necessarily all of the classes that I have, because you don't always have a book for every class that you need to purchase. So I had to make sure that I count just the book column. So that's where my loop comes into play, and we'll see where that data also is important later. So once we get the Excel documents ready to go, then we prompt the user to input the email that they would like it to be sent to, and we have another kind of decision tree right here, because I want to make sure that they do enter an email. I don't want this just to be left in the middle of nowhere. So until they enter an email, then it will move down to the last one where I implemented a sending of an email, and this we can see it's going to be your desired book list, and it'll attach your book list, the Excel file, and that was there were a couple extra things that I went out and learned. I learned how to attach that Excel file itself, as well as using the information from the loop, counting how many books we have. I input that information into right here. You can see we have the count of books. So that's kind of two things I went out and learned. And we can see when we click on attach files, this is what I had to go figure out how to make with these with an argument. So let's go ahead, and I think that's explained everything.